Amount for beer is just water. Any guesses? And I need someone to guess. 80%.
30.
I'll just say the right thing. If that was loud guessing. Thank you anyway. 95%. 95% of your beer is just water and nothing else.
Spend some water.
Boom! Yes, I know. That's the entire plot twist already. So, now we get to the first real ingredient, the barley. And so as you can see, they're a type of seeds. And we roast them very slightly. Because the harder you roast your barley, the darker your beer will get. When we roast them, and that's very interesting, they want to become a plant, they want to sprout. When it happens, they create these natural sugars called starch. Now these starch are very important. First of all, they create the golden color for our beer. And they're also very necessary when we bring in the yeast. But I'll tell you more about that later. So then we have the water and the barley, and we have our first liquid. The first liquid that we get from these two ingredients is called wort. In the next room is the brewing room, and there you can have a taste of the liquid wort. I can tell you one thing, it's very sweet. Now, is beer sweet? No. Let's do that one again. Is beer sweet? No! Of course not. It's bitter. This is where all the bitter beer taste comes from, the hops. So I have a bit of hops laying here. You can smell the hops and then you can smell a bit of beer. Please don't eat them though, because then you won't be eating beer. Then you will be eating hops, and hops taste terrible. I have a lot of people sticking hops in their mouth. Please don't do that. So they create a bit of beer taste. What's also funny to know, when you have this white foam layer on top of our beer, what we really like here at Heineken, 20% of the hops is concentrated in this white foam. That's why it's very bitter. So we have the water, we add the mixture with the slightly roasted malted barley. Then we brew the wort, the first liquid, and we add the hops. Now that takes around 3 days. So we'll be rather quick to brew beer. Then we get to the yeast. The last but also the best ingredient and the difference between a Heineken beer and any other beer in the world. This yeast has been created in 1886 by a student of the French chemist Louis Pasteur. So if one of your ancestors were in Amsterdam a century ago and had Heineken beer, you will have the exact same beer here today because of this ingredient. It doesn't change because it's a one-cell organism. So what does it do in the process? The starch I just showed you, the sugars from the barley, they love it. They need to eat because they live. So when we had the first 3 ingredients in 3 days, then we add the yeast and the fermentation starts. And then we have to wait exactly 28 days. In those 28 days, the yeast starts to eat all of the starch and create 2 important ingredients, carbon dioxide and
Alcohol.
Alcohol. You've done your homework. Yes, alcohol. Also very important, and one of the reasons why we drink. So entirely, the 3 days, 28 days, it takes around a month to create a Heineken beer. So that was my story. Thank you all for listening. If you have any questions, please Google them. And otherwise you can also ask them to me, of course. You can
You may call me Matthew because it's easier to pronounce, or Stuart, or Eugene, whatever you like. So, guys, please follow my lead and hold your beer with your right hand straight into the air, like this. And repeat after me, please. Ooh. Ah. All right, thank you. So, guys, what is the color of this beer?
Golden.
Golden. And why is it golden?
Because of hops.
Because we just slightly roast a malted barley. If you roast your barley for a longer time, your beer will get darker. But we prefer the golden color. And why? Because we think, and say as well, that Heineken is a beer for winners. So, the golden color, excellent. And what's the second thing that comes to mind? Anyone? The second thing that comes to mind.
It's got a white crown.
Excellent, the white foam. And well, we're Dutch, but we're not cheap. It's there for a reason. It's the protection layer of your beer. It prevents from oxygen entering the beer, because when oxygen enters the beer, it will cause oxidation. It makes your beer flat, and it keeps the sparkling bubbles inside of your glass. And the sparkling bubbles are responsible for that fresh mouthfeel that after you drink your beer. So guys, let's smell the beer. And why do we smell the beer? Anyone? Why do we smell the beer? No, not what, but why do we smell the beer? To look professional. To look professional. That's the only reason. To look professional. But guys, what do we smell? And I'm looking for two ingredients out here. What do we smell? Besides of heaven and world peace, what do we smell? Yeast, excellent. And the hops. Okay? So the yeast, some fruity leftovers of the yeast. Some people say bananas, but I have not a very good nose, so I'm not able to smell it, but yes, yeast. And guys, is there anyone over here who does not like beer? And you can be honest with me. Is there anyone over here who does not like beer?
Yes.
You. Okay.
I'll take it.
Would you show us how you drink your beer normally?
I don't drink beer.
You don't drink beer. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so guys, there are people in the world just like Audrey, okay, that's her name, who don't like beer, and most of them take very tiny sips, and in that case you will only taste the bitterness of the white foam. So take big sips for the full taste, okay? Big sips for the full taste. Okay, there's one thing you need to know before you can drink the beer, and that's the Dutch word for cheese. Is there anyone over here who knows the Dutch word for cheese? Roast, excellent. So, guys, very well. So guys, let's count down from 3 to 1 and scream out loud close together and make the guys over there jealous because they don't have beer yet. Okay? So, 3, 2, 1. Roast! Thank you very much. So, if you finished your beer, you can leave it in the glass collector in the corner. You can also take it with you to the next area. We have some nice videos, some nice animations over there at Charowa Lounge Zone. And I would like to thank you for your time. Yes. And you can dance with me out.
Are you crying? I'm having a moment.